welcome my delicious friends and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XVI live on twitch.tv/MikeyMegaMega. Let me set my timer for an hour. And we are in the Arabesque region?
There are no crystals.
Hunting down different things, including orphan children who are being forced to steal by evil people.
That's that.
So we're doing a little bit of side stuff. I mean, it's main quest, but we're basically doing somebody else's job for them so that we can open up the caravan trade again. Lovely to have you.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the Chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
Yeah, so, Sokinajar, that being said, although there's only really one main change, it does in fact slide it away from a JRPG genre into an action RPG genre. That looks like Final Fantasy XIV. There is that. So, I mean, that's a great counter-argument, in fact. Despite what I've just said, that one change actually threatens to shift the genre of what this game is. But as far as I'm concerned, this is still very much Final Fantasy. I mean, by that logic, FIFA could also be a Final Fantasy game if they had players with emo haircuts. Sokinajar, incorrect. FIFA could be a Final Fantasy game if there was a driving narrative between all the football matches and in the football combat party system, which is basically Blitzball on dry land. You could do summons, and you had a relationship with the life cycle and the planet. So if every time you scored a goal in FIFA, the goalie could summon Shiva, and there was a cutscene about how Ronaldo was a secret agent for an ancient deity from the Below Temple, then yeah, maybe. Where am I going? Chase down Honza. I'm chasing after a kid. You get in trouble for that. So where do I go? Oh, he's up around the corner, is he? What is the area called that Mikey is in? Because I might just call it the big toilet bowl.
Come on!
It is, it's constantly flushing. Oh shit, wrong way. The toilet bowl, that's what you call Kent. If you're not from the UK. We call it the toilet of the South. Hello? Where are those cheeky kids?
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Honza.
Do you want Knights
I'm
of
not
the Round
going to
that
hurt you.
kite, sir?
I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them.
In the Final Fantasy
Who are they?
remasters on the PS5, I think you
Who
can.
sells the car stones?
I think you can speed up the
Said they'd give me
gameplay.
good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half
Just
the time.
describe the
Before I
plot of
started buzzing for them.
Inazuma 11.
Yeah, if I
What?
didn't do it, they just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Alex Ferguson summoned. You can summon him onto the pitch.
You found him then?
Jill,
All right, go on then. Go get a WordPress website up. Write a blog.
Eloise is watching over them.
Why
She sent
FIFA
Boots
is
and I to look for
officially
you.
a Final Fantasy game. Make a YouTube video.
You're him.
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the car stones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back.
Trust me when I say
Although I go
actual real life
against them anyway.
pickpockets are not this
If it weren't for that
communicative.
gill, me and my
They are
mates would have starved.
scumbags, not victims. Oh.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo.
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
FIFA told EA they need to pay a literal billion US dollars to use their name. So EA told them to go kick rocks. It's EA Football Club now. Oh, really?
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
Mate,
And why would she?
just another big
just a
institution of
back
scumbags.
Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore,
This might sound
what do you know
mental,
of the casts?
but any business that gets too big
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting
should be
ground.
legally
They
disbanded.
prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship.
You want to
But it
innovate?
seems they've already
Stir up
stooped
the
even lower
pot
than I
every
feared.
10 years.
Hans is a good lad. Don't
Every
blame
10
him for
years,
what they've made him do.
The 6 largest
He and his
companies in the
friends
world
hadn't agreed to work for the
get broken
students,
back
some
down
other
into their
poor souls would have.
subsidiaries with separate ownership.
Pain of death, most likely.
Really mix things up.
Clive, was it?
Innovate.
And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
We always knew that this guy was a good guy because he's pretty handsome and he has a nice haircut. EA football games brought so much money and marketing over to FIFA, they're insane to kill the deal. Oh yeah, it's what the people who just want to fucking get their money for their brands, they're never the people on the ground floor who actually have a feel for the marketing side. They're literally just like, we own this term. What's the maximum amount of money I can get out of this ownership of this term if it's being used by others? That's literally the only question I ask. It's like, who is it? Magic the Gathering? Was it Mattel who owned D&D? Or Hasbro who owned D&D? And then they were just like, yeah, we're going to make people who make D&D content have to pay us for using our brand and our goods and our games. They're all going the Nintendo route. Yo, do you want to play Nintendo video games on YouTube? All you have to do is join a Nintendo partnership and pay us 40% of your earnings. Also, you can't say anything bad about us. Those kind of people in those kind of boardrooms having those kind of chats are just like, they're not hanging around on the internet like we are. Do you know what I mean? They have no idea what's going on. Hey Theo.
So, what's the plan?
Wizards of the
What
Coast.
else?
They're
We
awful
find
as
the
well.
cast stones and we crush them. You
Did
get
you
your
sign up for
traders'
Freds?
pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
I did, but I'm never
Alright
really
then.
going to use it. I signed up
Alright
so
then.
that I have a Freds account with my name on it. Do you know what I mean? It is kind of
Contact.
interesting because you automatically
they
follow
kept?
everyone you follow on Instagram,
Don't
and they
worry.
automatically follow you,
They'll never
you
know
back
you told us.
if they follow you there.
Couldn't if I wanted to.
So it automatically
comes down to
populates
passes.
your
Meet us
follow
outside the
list.
gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me
But
halfway down the trail.
mate, I'm too
They'd
old.
string me up.
I love the
We'll try
idea
it
of
this
people
time.
leaving Twitter, but that's because
Which
I
way
hate
were they
people.
going?
I'm not going with them. I just hope they
Down the
leave
road
and go
towards
to
Lakeman's
Freds.
Cleft.
I'll tell you what is good about
To Lakeman's
Freds.
Cleft, then.
There's no bots yet. The bot life on Twitter is like an endless
Lakeman's
quagmire
Cleft is to
that
the
we're all
south
used
past the
to.
camp.
On Freds, it's just people at the moment talking. It's like, oh fuck, wow. Alright, can we go kill some people, please? I'm really not interested in being hampered from doing the main mission by side missions. Basically, this whole side mission vibe is just so that we can unlock a door. Obviously, it's telling us about the plight of lost children and stuff. But we've covered slavery and refugees for the first half of the game. Is Freds not safe for work friendly? Well, it's run by Instagram, right? So it's probably the same Facebook meta as usual. That sentence is out of context. Can we go kill some people, please? Trickster, not at all. Never meant anything more in my life, mate. I'm here for the combat. Let's go. How you doing, man? Look at him. Look at their fear. Look, I'm an evil god. Let's burn them whilst they're scared.
I doubt these are the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
Go back and stab the daddy.
Come on. Run like the wind.
I just want blood. I just seek blood. I've been hanging around with the Moogle too much with Kupo. He's wearing off on me. Kupo wants skin! The best for Nintendo. This is Nintendo bringing crazy money. This is just an outlandish demand.
Fewer now.
Let's go get that shiny first. The Final Fantasy people eat chocobos. Trickster. In the same way that some people eat horses. We did, it depends where you are on the map and what the local culture is, but we did have a lovely bowl of chocobo soup last time we were in this desert area. In a similar way that I've had a lovely strip of raw horse meat when I was in Japan. That flaming charge is big. Getting some really nice flicks between the flaming charge attacks, especially when you knock them in the air, and then teleport charging up in the air to cut them.
Aye.
And when you've done that combo, flicking to the wind power to
ne'er-do-wells.
suck them back up for another cut combo.
That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It will be a shame when they chop him off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on
I like that name for a bandit
We're
group.
ready when you are, Theodore.
Calling your bandit group the Cast Stones
I'm ready.
is like saying you're a wild group that's kind of like accepted their fate.
Fuck. It's that guard from Falkland. Kill him. Kill them all.
Oh, I was really hoping to do that to the big guy, but whatever. Oh, I was trying to get in the air. That's what that wind one's so good for. It used to really annoy me. I used to be like, I don't want to go up, I want to go into the enemy. But with a lot of these ones that have like big wide AoEs, just air juggling yourself above them for a big power drop down is just super convenient. Cast Stone sounds like a group of people with kidney stones, real bad. No, that's the poppin' stones. Shoot them out like high pressure air jets. You can hear those ones coming from a mile away. They're all groaning. Ah, it really hurts. Yeah, endless particle effects. Everything performs smoothly. That's that Final Fantasy XIV JRPG feeling of stacking damage.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains.
Lovely.
Rings, purses.
Good dodges.
Ah, and traders' passes.
Are you a fan of the cuts to different
And the
camera
name's been
angles in the middle of
changed.
combat?
Not yet. I recognize some of them.
if it's to show you
No
pulling
doubt
off a special
Gooses is somewhere among them.
that I've
Now I
activated,
just need to sort through it all and
it's
return
fine.
everything to the people
Honestly,
it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news.
all the combat in
leave things
this,
here in your hands,
like in
Theodore?
terms of the visual
course.
fidelity, other than doing that
and
giant
that.
whirlwind where I
Be
can't
sure
see
to tell her
anything.
the part I played, won't you?
Absolutely,
Glad
dude.
to.
Captain Handsome over here. The actual visuals on the landscape of the fight of this are really fine and easy to manage. Like, the counter example is Sekiro. There are two main bosses in Sekiro, and one of them is the camera. And, like, the amount of times you're on combat and you lose your lock-on, or the camera angle absolutely fucks you, and you can't see what's going on. Or you're still in a good position, but because of the camera angle, it somehow negates your blocking hitbox. This doesn't have any of those problems. So, like, it's a little bit more impersonal when you're doing all your big attacks, because it's just big AoE damage, and you're just watching numbers stack up, hoping that they're good. Oh, I can get another shiny up here. But, no, that is, like, compared to other games, absolutely not one of my complaints at all. Ah, you can do a little bit of flapping. Oh. What do I feel like that guy's gonna... No, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's already friends with, the big dumpling man. What's the name's grandson? Come on. Where, friends? Let's go.
No need to ride from here.
You need to learn to be more lazy, Clive. I'm in a... Yeah, good.
That's
The
that
unstoppable force meets the immovable object. Like, it's just... I really like just stacking these big attacks. It just feels really nice and fun. It's just quick-paced enough to keep doing it one after the other that I enjoy it every time. The only time I really stopped having fun with it is when we had the lightning deity. Because the basic circle ability, instead of being a really quick movement thing where either you dash to the enemy, or you pull the enemy to you, or you're able to float up into a high attack stance, is swapped out for a 5-minute long sequence of very slowly locking on a target thing, with the controls moving the target lock camera at an incredibly slow rate that leaves you open to attack that you can't tab out of. Insanely bad. Like,
How goes the hunt?
out of the entire
My
combat
brother
mechanics
isn't
of the
getting in
game,
your
other than the
way,
fact
I
that it's
trust?
notable
Quite
that
the
you don't
opposite.
use your other party members, other than the fact that it's notable that you're a solo party member, the only other thing that they've really fucked up was making the lightning lock-on ability so slow.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all.
Sucks the life out of a fight.
Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise.
You articulated that so well. Wait, did I? Trickster Devil, if you mean that, thank you very much. It was it was a really good question. If you're taking a piss out of me,
I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home.
I think the partial
dear
effects are a
brother.
symptom of modern gaming.
You are too kind, Eloise.
In this instant, Kitester, I like it. I like it.
Here, Clive.
I like
Goose is
literally
us.
dumping mental
Ask him
amounts
to keep a
of
close
energy
eye on
into
it
the
from
fight.
now on, would you?
I will. Thank you.
And like the whirlwind is like, you know, it literally chucks
Ella
people around.
asked
It's
our
brilliant.
boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Like, I like that
Of
we're
course.
going like
I'll make
hard
some space in
anime
the
with all our
story.
shit dropping down.
I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself.
If you want a more
properly.
personal
Would
experience,
it now?
which is more gritty
Sid,
and more focused on your blocking and countering
don't look
techniques,
so shocked.
with high energy,
We're
high
on the
DPS
same
attacks,
side.
which
I don't
look great,
understand.
but are
As you
much
now
more
know
visually
all too
isolated
well,
and less
we
messy.
at the Crimson Caravans are always happy
Play God
to
of War.
help those in
Play God of
need.
War.
For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving.
If you really want
We've
that
had
really
routes to
good
market,
one-player rhythmic
or
combat,
bearers
God of
away
War.
from it.
I was
If
the
you
first
still want
my
that,
sister
but you're a
helped
bit more
escape.
focused on like impressive
If it
high
wasn't for her,
DPS
I'd
moments,
have been branded as a boy.
16.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field?
Clive's only as tall as Tom Cruise.
Wouldn't you agree?
He's on a box in all these
I
cutscenes.
It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive.
I'm glad we're all on the same side.
This is for you.
Take me to the next fight. Another seal. Another one. Now we have a Crimson Compass.
What is it?
Elle has friends in high places, while I have associates in lower ones.
Oh, yeah.
That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
The collar and the compass. Okay, that's pretty cool.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains.
I just
is to
wish that
you a
I could
safe,
see it on
onward
my
journey.
character model.
Goots's past
The only
should
thing that
secure your
changes
place on
is
the
the sword.
caravan. But if you encounter any
And I want him
difficulties,
to-
we would be
I'd like him to
delighted
wear some
provide you with a coach of our own.
Clothes that give him
For
a tighter
discounted
profile.
price, of course.
Maybe something without a
Say-
half cape.
9 million?
We'll try the caravan.
She just tried fleecing me. Like, if you're going to focus, like, and it's just minor feedback, right? For when they make Final Fantasy 16-2, and in that one, Jill's got a handgun and a grenade, and Clive's dead or something. But, like, if this is going to be a one-player hack-and-slash game with group DPS, and my focus is on just being Clive, then let me see the different icons that I get in-game. Let me see him actually have it pinned onto his outfit. When I change my greaves, or I change my sash, or I change my, like, party items, show me that on the character model. If you're going to make me focus on just him, then show me his business. Trader's Pass, Breath of Lightning, Meteorites, thank you very much.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
The Dominion War
Out of my sight.
from the Gamma Quadrant, right? Mikey just wants naked Clive. Yeah, I just look. We peaked. This game peaks at that yaoi cutscene when Clive was naked and in prison with Sid. It's been downhill ever
Doing an
since.
apprenticeship.
Here you are, Goots. Try not to lose it again.
Me pass! You found it! Oh, thank you so much. Nan would have killed me if I'd come back without it.
When this gets on PC,
I'll
it's
have
going to be
say
wild.
thanks to Elle and Theo too.
So should you, Honza.
Breaks
You
my
and your
heart.
friends don't
Breaks
have
my
to steal
heart. I
anymore.
can't PC crowd all the
If
time.
anyone threatens you again,
But I like a game
know
that
who to
actually
turn to.
works.
We do.
But I miss those mods, man. I miss them
And we
so
already
hard.
have. Mizelle's given us a job shifting the chocobo shit out the stables.
I'm looking
It's hard
forward to that
work and the
fucking
pay isn't half what we got from
Cyberpunk
the
replay.
steroids. But if we stick at it, we'll keep ourselves fit.
To be Clive. Oh, that'd be fucking brilliant.
stick at it then.
And Goots, I'm sorry for stealing your pass.
That's all right. I've got it back now. And all's well that ends well.
This is
eh?
the most unrealistic interaction
trained to
with
be a blacksmith,
pickpocket
right?
kids in the world.
Well, I'm gonna be your first customer. I'm gonna save up all my gil and get you to make me a massive sword.
I'll do me best.
Till then, eh?
Lady D. Sid training to be... Yeah.
All right.
Instead
We
of
have a place on the
instead of
wagon.
Acheons, it's just the 8 biggest boobied characters from the 8 most famous hentai.
Remember, Goots. We're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
One of them can summon like the girl from
Mercenaries.
Bible Black.
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
You know it.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower
We've
right in the
snuck
middle of town.
into the Imperium
If you get lost,
twice already, right?
well,
Into their
goes
territory.
wrong, we can meet up there.
All right. Let's go.
Clive have a Bonnie? What, like a Bonnie wee lass? That's Jill. Do I understand that? God, look at that. It's so beautiful. I love the scale so much. It's so wild.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father.
Doesn't mean it's not nudging him.
For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Look, all of the dominants
works from the shadows.
Cover at least one of their hands.
I confess, when first you told me of this
except for Kupka.
fiend,
Alright, ignore me.
I had my doubts. And more than a few at that. A beast that labours to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade.
He must. It's no secret she's sitting at the throne.
If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations.
Machinations?
I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but
pronunciation check.
To Ultima's plans, they shall.
Pronunciation check. Do you say machinations, or do you guys say machinations? Because I'm a hard K sound on that C. Machinations. Machinations. It's Bahamut versus Bahamut again, isn't it? Mac. Yeah. Return of the Machinations.
It's a far darker fate. The
Okay,
chaos
good.
he would reap
Okay,
would
good.
sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix.
I don't talk to anybody in the real world, so I have to check with you guys when we have cutscenes.
I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may. What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gill.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies!
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May
you know
your
what?
fire reduce his enemies to ash.
I think I'm going to unsubscribe
Till
from her
all of
OnlyFans.
Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
I'm really starting not to like her energy. Nisart's still into her. Nisart still likes it.
Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
You should just take a vacation. Well, to be fair, like, his father's kept him away from the capital in the field this whole time. He came back under his own accord just to find out what's going on.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Yeah, that was a conversation that they'd had earlier.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Oh yeah, they're both flying bros as well. They're not just both Acheons, they can both get sky high. I really hope this guy doesn't get killed by my former mother.
My prince.
There's the boyfriend?
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you.
There's going to be civil war within an empire.
For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the empire restored.
Oh, he's going to die. This guy's not going to make it, dude. This is fascinating. I'm really into this. We are going to make our sweet way over there. I'm going to actually just take a really quick break. I need a wee, but I'm going to put the rice on so that I can cook it up with my butter chicken. So by the time the end of this episode's over, I'm going to have a really quick mash on dinner and then we'll play another episode. So guys, give me 2 minutes, talk amongst yourselves, and we'll Barbara be right back. Stick it to William, stick it to Jack. Okay, great. We are back and unpaused. Okay, fantastic. My dinner's now cooking. Let's go to the Dominion. £5 says that Bahamut, because he's on our side and not a main character, is going to die because my nasty mum, for certain, has a contingency plan in case he tries to rebel against her, and that probably involves Ultima or something else very dangerous. She'll probably just poison him, do you know what I mean? She'll hang his boyfriend and then poison him. Those some really arse quotes. Depends on the preference of the mod.
Stood on the brink of war.
It's all subjective.
They're afraid. They turn to drink to forget their fears.
Anything you want to forget?
All these quotes are perfect. All these quotes are amazing.
The harbour is empty.
You could type exclamation mark quote all day and you'll get pure gold.
The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge. Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mother Crystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
No.
I'll send a Stolas then.
I'm not part of the conspiracy crowd. They all became QAnon anyway. I mean, there are genuine conspiracies, don't get me wrong. If it involves the government, I fucking hate them. But if it involves a moon landing, I'm just like, oh, mate. I'm more worried about them manipulating data and slightly changing the past. There's a really good bit from The Dictator where he's like in front of a load of American senators and he's like, you guys should really try being a dictatorship. And then he's just like, because if you're a dictatorship, you can get away with doing all of this. And he just describes everything that America already does. It's a really good clip. We'll have a look. Oh shit. This city model is so cool. It's really weird because like it's full of spires, which is both visually similar to the cannons that Bahamut has. Wait, we've seen that kid that's a kid selling ointment and salve. We've seen her like 5 times. But those spires also make the city look rather inimical for a winged creature to try to land near.
This way.
Like, to me, an interesting conspiracy is the false flags operation by the Turkish government to create a fake uprising so that they could quash it and then arrest loads of journalists. Because that has purpose, and it's like a government manipulation thing. The moon landing's just like, okay, it's fake or it's not. Why do I care? What happens? Who wins either way?
I'm sure Gooch is fine. He'll be making for the square.
The one with the bell tower, in the middle of town, right?
Before we start running around, look at this. Look, I can't even angle the camera up enough to take in the sheer mass of this crystal. And I am just casually turning these things into dust. And nobody's ever talking about it. No one's ever like, oh my god, a literal one of the 5 wonders of the world blew apart to dust the other day. It's like we've lost our tourist industry. People no longer believe we have enough resources to manage a kingdom. Nobody ever mentions the aftermath of me doing what I'm doing. Okay, let's go full Assassin's Creed.
Sentry is to be slain on sight.
Oh.
Spare the citizenry. His Highness's orders were clear. The people are...
Those were Imperial Dragoons.
Yeah, it's insurrection, mate. Joshua's doing your job for you. It's a shame he's not actually communicating with you about it, otherwise you could do an organised move.
What in the hell is going on?
Hiding a megalodon in a Bermuda Triangle. Man, I haven't heard people talk about the Bermuda Triangle since I was a kid. When I was a little kid, the Bermuda Triangle was a big deal. Ain't nobody talking about the triangle no more. We need to bring that back. We need to make some more boats go missing. I guess Sat-Nav kind of solved it.
Right.
You there! Identify yourself!
We have to.
Oh, I was trying to get the county. Cheeky county! Yeah, but... I'm not really into fighting back. There we go. Look at the architecture around here. I love how each city's got its own unique, clear, visual aesthetic.
Around! Quickly! Cut them down!
Finished.
Oh, a lancer. Sorry, wrong button. Learned about the Bermuda Triangle from X-Files. Yeah, do you know what? Back in the 90s, there was just a lot more of those things. I think it was because it was a perfect combination of the 90s. Of we were sharing all of these stories about mysterious things on the internet without really being internet savvy enough to do proper research to realize a lot of it was bullshit. Do you know what I mean? There's a really good sweet spot in what kind of knowledge we were sharing back then. And it was mostly creepypastas.
A civil war.
Oh, they found that submarine. Yeah, they found bits of the submarine. You're talking about the rich man sub? Yeah. I don't know if they found any body parts though. It's a bit grim, but kind of interesting. Andy. Oh shit. Oh. These environments are so good. It's a big crab! Hello. Oh, they're just crabs. They're just crabbing around. I was hoping to get I'm only lingering because I want to get a counter, but let's not worry. Stay down.
Ward secured, Cap. None of the Emperor's forces remain. They gather on them. Press on to the council chambers. Yes, Captain.
Oh Jesus! They're just tossing the corpses down here.
What of the men and women in the market district? The evacuation is complete, Captain. Good. So all that remains, dethrone the Pretender.
There it is.
Everything could be fake.
The
People don't care about mystery. Yeah.
Right. Let's go.
Yep. Stories, information, visuals, the whole aesthetic. It's also disposable now. It can just all be pumped out by AI. And by losing all worth, it's just none of it has value anymore. It's intrinsically disinteresting, even when it's kind of amazing, because it's just like, oh. Even if you see something amazing that you like with AI, it's like, well, I can see 100 of these at the blink of an eye.
Left.
All right, show off. That's pretty cinematic.
Where in Gregor's name did you come from?
Mate, get floated. Yeah, get floated, mate. Look at you. Silly boys. Maybe some fire will help them. Lamau Roffle. Yeah, the smart dog must have also bitten onto it and made its way up there. Don't ask me what Jill did. No, Steeda, you're literally a one-player hack and slash game. There's no party commands or anything other than your dog to do D-pad assist moves.
Intruders! Defend the gates!
Not the smoothest menagerie of movesets I've ever done. I was trying to get some cool stuff going, but I just totally was not in a flow for it. I'm trying to do the slice magic combo thing, but I haven't really been able to do that in ages. Not like a 4-1. I think you can do it 4 times. Slice, boom, slice, boom, slice, boom. Is that only when I've got Ifrit? Oh, it's a really aggressive aggro enemy.
Help me, boy.
Hey Tasha, how you doing, dude? Mate, long time no see, mate. I hope life is treating you very, very well. I saw you on Threads. I am loving this game, man. Like, we were kind of talking about this earlier, about people saying it doesn't quite feel like a Final Fantasy because it's more of a Devil May Cry one-player hack and slash thing. There's not like party commands, but it's absolutely a Final Fantasy title. It's just that the things that it's trying different are like quite intrinsically different to what people think their Final Fantasy title is. But every game does something different, and it just happens that this one's main difference is in the main combat mechanic, so you notice it a lot more. But this game is absolutely fucking banging, dude. I love it.
Fantasy.
Oh, Eva, you're my Final Fantasy. Eva, I wish you weren't out of my league. You're so fucking gorgeous. Eva, thank you so much. 54 months! Holy shit. It looks really nice, but I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. So Tasha, the one thing I associate with you is that you're a big RE4 boy. And if you imagine what the Resident Evil franchise was before RE4 came in and dialed it up into much more of an action-heavy video game that still had that RE energy, this is kind of the Final Fantasy version of that. It's taking the Final Fantasy mythos and the universe and obviously reimagining the characters, but it's dialing it into some high-pace, high DPS action-slashing one-player energy. There is a part of me that always wants to do party commands. But other than that, oh mate. And the themes are really adult and really, it's all about like slavery and second-class citizenship and how we treat people around us. Oh, it's all lovely, mate. Also, the dog tells me where to go. Okay. Bangs, thank you. Take a sip, posture check. Tommy! Oh. Minor clicks. My curry is going to be ready soon. Got 10 more minutes. I'm very excited to eat. And flicking through your Acheonic abilities. Like you can equip 3 at the time, but you can associate with different elemental gods. And it gives you different businesses. Like your flame one teleports you in. Big strikes, big action. Your wind one can actually like relocate enemies to you to fuck up their staggers and stance. You've got kind of like blocking mechanics. It's all here, but it's all a one-pair action game. God of War is way more intense when it comes to balancing the combat and getting your counters and doing your big abilities. But this is like Final Fantasy XIV's equivalent of going in that direction. Oh, the dog killed him. Well done.
Hold on, kids. We're coming.
I might re-equip lightning at some point in this game just to mix it back up again, because I do have a lot of lightning buffing ancillary items now.
In the prince's name,
oh, it's a big boy.
None shall pass.
Prince Vis. Get on there, boy. Oh, Torgor's gone full Mo, look. He's gone full Shiva in the background. Lad.
Too slow.
Oh, I saw you, Torgor. You're beautiful. Just replaced the dog with that girl character who kept getting kidnapped. Leon! No, the dog in this game's way more effective than Ashley Graham. I feel like of all Final Fantasy games, this one's really high fantasy. Yeah, well, this gets to respond to the fact that it's a mature game. And they